What's going on, guys? Got this expansion tank for the radiator replacement. Here's the new one. Got this off of Amazon and came in the next day. So this is actually the second one that I have put on this car, and the reason why I had to replace this thing twice is because, well, this right here, there's a split in this little piece right here. So the new one has this like brass fitting inside of it, and yeah, hopefully this one lasts a lot longer than this one. This one was actually from the junkyard. The original one broke in the same manner. I was actually heading to Delaware and car just started freaking steaming and all that, so pulled over, found out that that was broke off. So I taped it back on. We got to the hotel the next day. I went to the junkyard there and paid like 30 bucks for that, I think, and it lasted. That was a couple years ago, so yeah. Anyway, I already did the hard part. Removed these two right here, these two screws. That one goes in right there and one goes in right there. You loosen up this clamp, push it back, pull the hose off, and there's another hose that runs down to the bottom and plugs in right there. That hose is gonna have to come off, so you can just unplug it from right there, don't matter, but you also have to unplug this harness right here. All right, so now this is out. Well, that's amazing. So yeah, this thing, it broke right there. That's the failure point. So that thing should go all the way through that, but it doesn't, so that sucks. But hey, we get to replace the old yellow one for a brand new white one, dude. So yeah, this thing's getting deported. Yep. Anyway, it is probably a good idea to keep these, even though this is still broke right here. I do have fiberglass mat and resin somewhere. Found my freaking resin, but I can't find my mat. But yeah, I was just going to fix that with fiberglass, and yeah, I bought one off Amazon for 20 bucks, dude. So you can't beat that. I think I paid more for that than I did this. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up that hose right there, get this thing set in, plug in that top hose, bolt it down with just the two screws, take off this yellow thing right here, and plug in the connector, take the lid off, fill it up with water, and bing bang boom. Shouldn't have to worry about it overheating. It wasn't overheating, it's just when it gets hot, when it gets too hot, it starts spraying out. This right here would just a bunch of water out, dude, like my ex-girlfriend. Out with the new and with the old. Bing bang. Look how nice that is in there, dude. Alright, now I'm going to fill this up, but if I spill this water, you guys are going to have to subscribe, alright? I didn't. Oh, I spilled it. I'm actually a lot better at this than I thought. Anyway, yeah, this is pretty much freaking done, dude. What is today? Wednesday? This is Wednesday short vlog. Heck yeah, dude. Now we can start her on up. Okay, so it does have a starting issue. So if any of you guys know why this thing would take forever to start, definitely let me know in the comments. I replaced all the coil packs with brand new ones. There goes that reservoir, it probably just broke. I replaced all the spark plugs with brand new ones. And this thing, so it has a check engine light on, which, dude, it changes every time you go and get it freaking checked. But took it to O'Reilly's. The guy, he read the codes and then cleared the codes. We drove home because it was the only light that was on. Drove home, turned the car off. I turned it back on to see if the check engine light was come on, and it hesitated to start. I was like, what the heck, dude, it's not starting. So then I just held the key down until it started. So been had to do that ever since, and that's been like almost a year, and I have no idea how to fix it. But if you leave it sitting at idle for longer than 3 minutes, an EPC light will come on and the car light bulbs down, and that pretty much has something to do with the what do you call it, the throttle body, which I've replaced the throttle body on this car because it said that the throttle body was bad. So it's just like, you can't win with this car, dude. You throw all these parts at it and you just can't win. I put a freaking what do you call it, crank position sensor, cam position sensor, all kinds of stuff, dude, all kinds of sensors, bro. Still just poopy, but I don't think it's going to overheat no more, which is fantastic. Or it didn't overheat, it just freaking lost coolant, so that's fantastic. But I'm going to go ahead and search for my freaking fuses so I can finish up the other video about my bike. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. And I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Peace.